Well, we've been invited down to Noah's Bakery for another exhibition, and this one's certainly very different. The architects here in the Isle of Man have got together, you got yourself a new group, and you decided to celebrate by putting on this exhibition which has been touring around the UK, I understand.
That's right. It's the Isle of Man Society of Architects, which is a new society. This is our first public event. It's the Architects Journal Small Projects Exhibition from 2013. It's all 24 of the shortlisted entries into that exhibition. It was originally shown in London, where they announced the winner. It was then shown in Wakefield, Bristol, and I think in Belfast.
What's the criteria to get into this particular one then?
They're all projects that are completed for under £250,000. So we felt it was a kind of appropriate scale for a lot of work on the island. But they're all, it's the cream of the crop at this kind of level, so we're kind of hoping that it provides some inspiration to the public, to public and private sector clients, and to us as architects,
So much responsibility lies with you guys when you're designing buildings, because what you do stays there for a long time, doesn't it?
Well, it does, yes, but it also lies with clients, planning authority. We always think we're a very important part of the process, but we're only part of the team, part of the process. So, and in a way, we've got a duty to do what we can to promote the profession, promote what we can offer. And I think that's what we're trying to do by starting to have this kind of exhibition.
Now, it's here for 3 weeks, I know, but the models which we're looking at the moment, these aren't going to be here all the time, are they?
That's right. These have been loaned by the architects' practices. They're not something... If we had it in a gallery and we had someone looking after it full-time, then we could leave them. But with it being in a busy cafe, then we've got them for the launch. We're going to try and come down perhaps one Saturday or 2 Saturdays so we can be here with them when we put them back up. But we can't really leave them the rest of the time. I think though, it's an important point to make that we're having it in Noah. We're keen to not only promote the subject and the profession and the possibilities and raise aspirations and all that sort of thing, but we're keen to be kind of bringing it out of the gallery. We could have put this in a gallery and tried to get people to go and see it, but we've chosen instead to team up with Miles at Noah and put it in here, which it's been such a successful project and such a great space, such a great reuse of something that had been neglected. And I think few people would have seen the opportunity. Few people would have seen this coming, I think, But, it's always full. It's fantastic. So from that point of view, Miles is keen to put this kind of thing on, and so it's great to be able to team up with him, to be honest.
Yeah, well, we've been looking at a fair few while we've been talking to you, but do you have a favourite yourself? Anything you particularly go for?
I've got a couple of favourites. As regards the models are great because, and in a way, as time goes on, everything, or more and more, is done on computer. And so you get a lot of kind of 3D images done on computer, and as they're kind of relatively quick and relatively cheap to do in some ways. And so the kind of model making gets a little bit left behind. And there are different types of model here. There are kind of presentation models, like this one is particularly to present a particular part of the skin. It's very quite refined. This fella here is a bit more interactive. My favourite one is the third one along, which is, on the face of it, might look a little bit tatty, but we've got, she sent that over with 4 or 5 different permutations of it, and that's a really kind of working model. There's bits of writing on it where she's maybe taken a phone message and used the cardboard afterwards. It's a real work in progress, and I think that it kind of shows the power of model making. And the great thing about them is you can get straight into the project. Drawings are great. They're sometimes difficult to read for people who aren't used to reading them, but a model, show someone a model and they understand things a lot more quickly. They're also great fun to make, but we don't always get the time these days, unfortunately. So yeah, I think the range of them is great. My favourite would be the working model, because it sort of tells so much of the story of how she's kind of developed the design. That's actually the winning entry in the competition as well from last year. So.